the UK was the first country in the world to pre-order supplies of this Pfizer vaccine.
But they don't mention the racist human experiments much. Right, so you've probably heard about high levels of vaccine skepticism among some BAME communities and black African populations. It's a big problem, so big that politicians and celebrities from those groups have been campaigning to encourage people to get the jab.
Taking the vaccine is the only way to boost your immunity against COVID for you and your loved ones.
A COVID-19 vaccine that will help save lives.
The vaccine does not change or damage our DNA.
But why the skepticism? Theories include misinformation, religious factors, and language barriers. Oh, and those racist human experiments. A long and gruesome history of them that mean many people of colour don't trust governments and big pharma when it comes to taking drugs.
I think these messages from Boris, from Matt Hancock, from Whitehall, all actually have lost the meaning, and the public doesn't trust anymore.
The most infamous American example is the 1932 Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male. The US Public Health Service duped 600 poor black men into taking part in this 6-month study that lasted for 40 years. Told that they would get free health care, the 399 participants with latent syphilis
were neither told of their diagnosis nor given any treatment. I guess the
flu was in the name. It caused the death of 128 men.
A 40-year study that rocked the American medical establishment. A panel who reviewed that study found hundreds of impoverished blacks were misled.
Tuskegee is the tip of the iceberg. You have James Marion Sims, the father of gynecology, who used slave women and children in 19th century Virginia to develop medical treatments. Treatments which were then only used on white women, obviously. In the 40s, the US infected Guatemalan prisoners, mental patients and soldiers with syphilis in order to test the effectiveness of penicillin against the disease. In the 50s, Project 4.1 used residents of the Marshall Islands to examine the effects of radiation on the human body. The unfortunate islanders just happened to be a bit too close to an American nuclear test.
Mind control for everyone. Mind control for everyone. Take your Pfizer pill, put your face nappy on. Mind control for everyone. Commencing lockdown COVID scam. Check cognition has COVID replaced the flu. This is mind control for everyone. We've really all been played. As the papers tell us, worship billionaires. Are you following the program and don't care? This is Boris Johnson mind control. Like 1984.